Now, reports have checked in, indicating that what is littered all over my desk could revolutionize your dating life forever. Let's talk about it. I'm playing. Presenting the African Landscapes 2026 calendar. I've been a photographer a long time, and I've never made a calendar, even though I've thought about it. What you have all over here is the prototypes that I went through trying to make this calendar. And I thought, it would be nice to make a video about this. You know how we grew up with wall calendars, but we've sort of stopped doing that because it just became too much work. Drilling holes in the walls. And it seems that the most beautiful ones are usually the bigger ones that most people might not want to hang on their walls because it's just so much admin of drilling a wall and putting up the calendar. But I think I might have solved that by giving you something beautiful and practical. And this is how it all started. So the thing is, I knew that I wanted to make something that is tactile, that you put on your desk, that looks nice, but also that's functional. And I knew that I wanted to combine wood and brass somehow. This is where we started, with just drawings and sketches to tell the guy, this is what we want. I knew I wanted something that would be a block of wood because it needed to be heavy enough to feel solid on your desk. And I wanted a groove so that pens. I knew I wanted something that hangs so that the pictures just hung because I think that looks elegant. But then, when we made our first prototype, I realized I knew this will not hold anything. Second thing is this. So, looked at it and knew, okay, let's remove the curve, let the groove go all the way. For this, there was two solutions. Either make this thicker or give it something to hold it. So with that, we made a second prototype, which now had this like catapult so that you can place that and then it stops going down. We also got the groove done all through. I liked the groove. It made it so much easier. You can put your pen, it's nice, I liked it. But then I didn't like this situation. It felt like too much. So we went to the thicker. And with this one, that's a lot of force that I'm applying. I knew with whatever I wanted to put on, it might not shake this. So we found our right gauge of brass. Another problem occurred, and maybe it was just me adding my own problems. I feel like this is too far inside, and so we changed that, and I wanted this to now come and be a little bit outside and then have this longer so that this doesn't feel so short. I also wanted to use beautiful wood. It was a choice of mango wood or mahogany. I like mahogany, especially when it's this dark. Just varnish it to protect it, but let the natural grain of the wood come through. And this ended up being a really good prototype where I was like, okay, we know what we're doing. But now we had to ask ourselves, how are we going to hang the calendar itself? And so we came up with this. And that will just hang. At every stage, you're trying to do something that is doable by hand as much as possible, because these artisans work mostly by their hand and once in a while by machines to do the things that are just repetition. I didn't want them to assemble because these are cards and most of these artisans work with hand. So obviously they don't keep the cleanest conditions. And so I needed something that I can put it together myself, or I can have people put it together when they get the calendars in their house. And so we decided to do this hook that stays there, that's also made with brass. Ended up being a good solution, and I tested it with these fragments postcards. I felt like this is nice. It's nice and playful, nice on the desk, and you can put your pen there. I can see it. The brass still needs to be polished, this needs to be varnished, so we went to the almost final one. This is what the brass looks like when it's all polished and everything. It looks really, really nice. And you can see what the mahogany looks like when it's varnished. So that's the fifth one. And now I'm finally ready to present to you the African Landscapes 2026 calendar by Matua Madeka, by yours truly, and that's the final thing. That's how it will look. Now the difference you can note between this and this is that I also made a sample with mango wood because it has such a really good. It has a really beautiful texture. It's a lot more expensive than mahogany. So I don't think I will be able to make the final one with mango. I might make it with mahogany. And there's still a few things to polish. Like with this one, you can see it still has a bit of a shake, but the final ones won't have that. We still have the playfulness. We have a place for your pens, and that's the 2026 calendar. It's really beautiful images, and I'm gonna put that there. If you remember on Instagram, we voted for what the images we wanted to be on the calendar. And so these are the final images. January, we are starting with a gorgeous sunrise from Lake Turkana, up in the north of Kenya. Then we go into February, still in the hot season. So we go to Namibia, the sand dunes. And then we go to Amboseli in Kenya for March. And then we go to Mosi Otunya in Zambia for April. And then we go to Nairobi National Park for May. I really don't know the month, Saki. Please don't. And then we go to Lake Magadi for June. We go to Shark Island in Namibia for July. And the reason June and July is cold blue is because of how cold it is in Nairobi, even though our Nairobi cold weather never has such blue skies. It's just gray skies. And then we go to Samburu for August. And here we are back to Namibia, Kolmanskop. We go to Lake Natron in Tanzania for October, and Masai Mara for November. And December, we finish in Lamu to complete a wonderful, what we hope will be a wonderful 2026. So that's the calendar. I hope you like it. I've enjoyed the process of making something tactile, something that can exist in not just clothing, but that can exist in a more pragmatic way, in a way that people use it. So I hope you like it. I hope you buy it. Right now, it's available on pre-order. Production is already starting, but if you want yours, if you want to be the first to get yours when they start shipping on December 15th, mutuamadheka.com. Where I see this is not just for the office. This can exist on your work desk at home. This can exist on your dresser. It can exist on your TV stand, on your office at home. So everyone, anyone who wants to get dates, you need a calendar. If your date life is in shambles, you need my calendar. Buy my calendar and watch your date life change. I promise you. If not, come ask me. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye, and see you in another video.